Yes, we are having our last episode with Lee, the daddy Addison, while he's over there in the motherland. How is it, mate?
Oh, it's absolutely raining cats and dogs. I only said to my old man yesterday, I said, Dad, it's not rained. And I think the rain gods heard me and decided to deliver some. It's 8 o'clock in the morning here. As you can see, I've got the light on and the curtains closed. And this is the conservatory here at my dad's house. And it's just so dark.
So it's budgie smugglers weather.
Yeah. My mankini is just at the top of my bag there. So I'll make sure I go for a swim or something just before I go on the flight today.
Well, mate, if you email me after the show, we might get you a Queensland League scene mankini. We might try and get that done.
I hope you can fit the words a bit more than QLS. I hope you can write Queensland League scene on it.
All right, let's get down to business, Lee. Of course, you are the head coach and owner of rugbyleaguecoach.com.au. You break down footage for us every week. What have you got now?
Well, we're having a look at Souths. They had a bye last week, and I think where I want to take the viewer right now is we keep looking at the X's and O's, but sometimes you have to look at a game in a pattern of 3, 4, or 5 sets. And as you know from having coached you in the past, that I'm a big believer that you can win most games of football by holding the ball, getting field position, reducing piggyback penalties, so not allowing the team to give away penalties that bring the opposition down your end of the field too often. And all that together builds pressure. And basically, what I want to take the viewer through now is, yes, we'll talk about some X's and O's in Souths. I've got some defence clips, some offence clips. But what I've actually done is take them from a section of the game, and I want everyone to look at where each set ends and how the natural temperature of the game unfolds. So, Taylor, is it okay if I share the screen with you?
It's absolutely fine by me, mate. Share that screen away.
Let's go. So Wynnum are exiting from a kickoff. While we're doing this, I will obviously look at some elements of the South's X's and O's in defence. That's good ruck control. You know me, I prefer shoulder contact rather than chest collision, but if you are going to be chesty, then you need to be really good around the core area of the body, sort of lower chest and hit to the knee area. So in that area there, I do feel the pace of the defence is a little bit fast. And of course, when it's fast, you're more inclined to give away penalties. So they've given away a penalty. And now they've broken one of the rules already. That's a piggyback penalty. So you can tell they've been coached to control the ruck in a certain way. The line speed's good. The angle is a little bit tough to ascertain what the defensive split is like at times. I do feel they're a bit... not erratic, that's too strong a word, but they're rushing a little bit in defence. We've talked about this before with our viewers. They're doing everything a little bit quick because the opposition are attacking quick. They're defending quick. And look, they've given away one piggyback penalty and they're already on their own goal line. So Souths are having a bit of an indifferent season, aren't they? And there's a key indicator straight away. I've cut out the next Wynnum sec, so now we're going to have a little look at the way Souths are attacking. But as you can see, they've just received the ball on their own 10-metre line, which means Wynnum are winning the field position battle. So I'll go back to my pointers, hold the ball, get field position, no piggybacks. Well, Souths are struggling a little bit in two of those areas. Look at the tempo of the game, Taylor, and just looking at the body types of both Souths and Wynnum, you would suggest this is suiting Wynnum a little bit. So it might be Wynnum that are controlling the tempo of the game. The way they're exiting, it looks like they're targeting, at this stage, the right side of the Wynnum defence. Can you identify a player that they might be targeting there, Taylor?
No, I think in particular they'll be trying to attack the half in there, which is young Max Plath.
There you go. Okay. So I'll just pause it just so I can catch up. That set there didn't end too badly. They kicked the ball and got a scrum from it because it went into touch. Now what I'm asking viewers to study is the natural flow of the game. Wynnum because of the temperature of the game, because of the speed of the game, they've now made good meters again. This is the end of the next Wynnum set. And look how positively they're kicking out. So now, once again, South are taking it from their own 10-metre line. So Wynnum are winning the field position battle, aren't they?
Yes.
And I can't even remember who won this game. I think South's won it, but this is this is indicative of where their problems might lie. They've just secured a penalty, so they've now got some field position. But I guess when I was studying this tape, I wanted to look for something deeper than just the mechanics of attack or mechanics of defence. I wanted to look to help the viewer study how a game unfolds. And if you're a South fan and you're wondering why your team has some potential, but they're not climbing up that ladder just yet, and why they might be inconsistent each week, I think a lot of it is down to their game management and their temperature control of a match. So they've been piggybacked down the field here, and now they have what we call a good ball set. They're clearly going to that right side, aren't they, Taylor? So the right side of Wynnum's defence, the left side of attack. Yes. I like the way they sneak down the short side here. If I'm studying South, I'm looking at number 6 there. Who's that, Taylor?
Number 6 for you mean the 7 for Wynnum? That's Sam Scarlett.
Okay, and in the 6 for South, Taylor.
That's Ezra Mann.
Okay, good player. Mann. Yeah, good player. Now, the end of that set just then, did you see they lost the ball early in the set? So what I've just seen with South there, even though they won that game, I can see a reason why they might not be quite high up the ladder as they want. And that's because games are about a lot more than just that set of 6. If viewers look at the NRL and the Q Cup and the Super League, they'll see that the NRL teams are a lot better at just staying in the grind of a game, and they might complete something like 3, 4, or 5 sets on the bounce before they concede a try, before they score a try. In Super League, it's a bit looser. In the Q Cup, it can be sometimes a bit looser again, apart from the good teams. And I guess South, in that little period then, I mean, everyone will think South lost based on what I'm saying, but I'm saying they could have won a lot more by controlling the temperature of the game early. In just a few minutes worth of clips there, we've seen Wynnum march down the field by piggyback and show some composure to score. We've also seen South get piggyback down the field and not show some composure to score. When you are watching rugby league, everybody knows sometimes you get one team that's got better individuals than the other team. We did look at Wynnum the other week and we said that they're really well coached, but they might just have 1 or 2 players that need to be added there. There's an indication there that Souths are going to be a really good side because they managed to turn that into a victory. I just feel that if I'm coaching them this week, I'm talking more about game management. And this is why traditionally players like Cooper Cronk in the NRL have been so successful, because they control the temperature of the game. I keep using that term. The temperature it's not one set that they look at. It's a series of sets or a phase of the game. And when you are coaching or playing at this level, as you know, sometimes you have to adapt what you do at different stages of the game. So South there, for example, might be targeting the left side of their attack, the right side of the Wynnum defence, but then they might change that. One thing I've done a lot as a coach is play wide, and then once the defence adapts to that, we start to play through them. So there's different phases of the game, and I guess I'm just asking the viewer just to be a little bit aware of them when they're watching them, and hopefully I didn't talk too much gobbledygook around that.
No, mate, I completely understand exactly where you're coming from. And one thing about South Logan, I will say, they do have a quality 9 in Christian Hazard, Ezra Mann there as well at 5'8", he's a running 5'8". He likes to run. I think where he needs to get better in his football is probably that game management side of things. Mm-hmm. He's a full-time footballer. He has all the ability in the world. I think if he learns that game management side, that's what will turn him into a regular NRL player. So you'd probably bang on the money there where he might need to work on his tempo and how he plays the game. And this is probably the perfect side for him to do it in, to try and steer them around and get that tempo and that rhythm going, because if he can unlock that potential, I think Ezra Mann will be a long-term NRL player. He's certainly very attack-heavy. And another thing with South Logan, they have a very skilled hooker coming through the ranks named Blake Moser. He just won Player of the Match in the Mal Meninga comp for the grand final, their winning side. He's certainly game management, mate. He's got all the talent. The way he managed that grand final and the way he played, I would not be surprised if he played some Host Plus Cup games towards the end of this year. So we'll see. But they certainly have the players there and the cattle to get that job done for you.
Absolutely. I think, Blake Moser was a Keebra product and scored a key try against my Mabel Park team last year that broke our back. So thanks for bringing that up. When you build pressure in a game, sometimes you don't see the benefits in the first half. You might go in the sheds 10-4 up or something like that. This is why I take a big look at score lines. When I see teams that are winning games sort of 44-22, it sort of reeks to me that they're not managing the whole game. Because if you manage the game on both sides of the ball, defensive tempo, offensive tempo, we've talked before with the viewers about how you can have an offensive tempo that is fast and a defensive tempo that is fast in terms of line speed, tough in terms of collision, but slow in terms of control and slowing the game temperature down. So as we go through the weeks, the eagle-eyed viewer will be getting a big indication of how I like football to be coached. So I'll never win a game again, will I?
No, you won't. You've given away all your secrets, Lee. And that's if you want any more of Lee's secrets, all you have to do is talk to rugbyleaguecoach.com.au and he'll give you all the secrets, the keys to the city. It's all there.
Mate, I'm a bit relaxed in my dress style this week. You're obviously rocking the Ralph Lauren, but I now see that you've now introduced the glasses that are very similar to mine. I've always known that I'm your idol, Taylor, but now you're just taking it to another level. Same colour shirt, same glasses. Next, it'll be the same haircut.
Well, Lee, I just like to think that I am professionalism personified, and that's exactly what about me. And I'm always the same. Clean cut.
And this is H2O, if anyone's guessing. Even though it's in a beer glass, that's the only one I could find in the cupboard.
All right, mate. Well, thank you very much for this week's analysis, and we'll see you back, Earth side, Aussie side.
Take care.